Welcome to the Editor's Note Comics Podcast.
Nobody's walking out on this fun, old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together.
Central Maine's best comics podcast, by default.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Here are your hosts, Zach and Jared.
I didn't know you had elves working here.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Christmas time again.
Hello.
Or whatever you want to celebrate. It's all fine either way. We all enjoy the same schmaltzy stuff this time of year, don't we?
Schmaltzy?
Well, we read something that's super schmaltzy, and you know what?
What?
It kind of got me in the Christmas spirit. I like that kind
You're
of stuff.
You're a Scrooge, don't lie.
No, this even warms my Grinch heart.
Wow, that says something.
Yeah, I kind of like, I don't know. If you gave me this crap any other time of the year, I'd be like, boo, bah humbug. But around I'll
I
buy.
still feel like you're like that most of the time anyway.
I totally buy into the Christmas spirit.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I'm in the mood tonight.
Should I get an advocate?
But I'm also in the mood for is that thing we do every week where we do the Mando Minute. But before we talk about the Mandalorian, let's say what we're doing this week. We're going to do the news this week in comics history, a schmaltzy Christmas tale, and your questions. Oh, and sports. We also do sports.
Yes.
But as we are wont to do for at least, the next couple weeks, the Mando Minute, where we talk about the Mandalorian briefly. Most of the actors were good.
Yes.
One of them wasn't.
You didn't like the spaceport lady, did you?
No, I was fine with her. It was the young up-and-coming bounty hunter.
Oh, yes. Him.
He was annoying.
The gunslinger.
That was the name of the episode. I don't think he was the gunslinger. I think he was just annoying and had a lot of cheekbones.
Did you find yourself saying, after you saw the title was The Gunslinger, you're like, he fled across the desert?
Yeah.
He followed the man in black?
How's that start?
The man in black fled across the desert and the gunslinger followed?
Yeah, it's either exact or very close.
Thank you.
There you go. For those books you've never read.
I know. Well, I mean, it was in the movie.
That terrible movie. It's over there. I want it to be better. It's not.
How many times do you watch it and it doesn't get better?
I think I've probably watched it 3 times now, maybe only twice.
Sleep.
It's not great.
Stop breathing.
This one feels like the most fan servicey one we've had so far.
Yeah, because it takes place on Tatooine.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly why. They're like, Mos Eisley. I'm like, woo!
Same robotic bartender.
I like that guy. He was that was like in Jedi. I like his little flappy mouth.
I would have enjoyed it more had like where the up-and-coming bounty hunter was sitting, if there was a scorch mark by his head.
We get Ming-Na Wen, who is kind of consistently great in everything she does.
Yes.
I've never not liked her. So yeah, she's good. Probably not dead.
Yeah, probably not.
And is it too obvious for that to be Boba Fett?
Yeah.
I mean, I said it well before this show, and I'm sure I'll say it again, that the way I think that the season is going to close is with the Boba Fett reveal.
Yes.
Because that's how all these nostalgic reboot shows are. Star Trek Discovery ended with, it's the Enterprise. Cobra Kai ended with the villain from the first Karate Kid coming back. Like, they all end on this nostalgic hook, so I bet the nostalgic hook will be Boba Fett.
Makes sense. It's on Tatooine.
I know, but is it too obvious?
Is obvious bad?
I don't know. I really don't know what this show is about.
It's about the Mandalorian.
I mean,
and his baby companion.
Star Wars probably has the most famous cinematic pulling the rug out from under you moment of all time.
Yes.
But has it had that since?
It really hasn't had, well...
I'm trying to think, like, how many times was I surprised in Star Wars?
You really couldn't surprise anybody in Star Wars in episodes 1, 2, and 3 because everyone knows what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I mean, and also Star Wars is not above bringing back villains.
Yeah.
The Emperor is coming back.
But Boba Fett has to track the Mandalorian, perhaps?
If we see Boba Fett, I still think it's going to be a season. I'm sure it'll be like the last scene of episode 10.
We still got to figure out what the Baby Yoda is all about.
Just being a meme, mostly.
Yes, we love it.
I don't know, is that the Mando Minute?
Well, this week, you claim that the...
Oh, that's right. It's the streak is broken.
I say it's not.
This buffoon finally did something to get through the end of the mission by himself without getting in too far deep.
Hold on. I'm gonna take your argument. I'm gonna turn it. If not for the spaceport mechanic and the fact that he owed her a lot of money and he killed the guy who got him into work in the first place, so he kind of needed that guy to get out of his jam of his spacecraft getting damaged.
She didn't directly solve the problem for him as someone else has done for him in literally every episode.
I'm going to say it's like a 50-50.
I could say this buffoon finally accomplished something.
By the way, you know what my favorite thing on the internet is right now? People taking music and that scene where the Baby Yoda flips switches in the Mandalorian's cockpit and the music comes on. Love it.
It is fun. I've seen that, yeah.
Also, the beginning scene when he blows that guy out of the sky in space. He's like, that's my line.
That is cool. That was a cool moment.
That's the Mando Minute.
All right, so from there, we're going to move on, as we do each and every week, to the news.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
It's time for the news.
No, it's not the news that we should all be paying attention to. It's the news that makes us happy and lets us escape from the other news.
Yes.
Because whenever something good happens on the internet, people are like, people are more excited about this than they are impeachment hearings. I'm like, yeah, because we all want to, escape for half a second.
Yes.
I'm sorry that I'm not following it every second of my day and just stressing out about it.
Let's hear it for pop culture.
So let's do that. Well, you're just about as excited as could be. Let's talk Ghostbusters.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so pumped for this movie.
It looks solid.
It looks really, really good.
One, I like that it looks different.
Yes.
But it's still...
Some people are like, it's like Stranger Things, District 9. I don't care.
I've never seen Stranger Things.
Me either. But it seems...
Seen District 9. There was a New Zealand guy who became a bug.
Oh.
Spoilers. Maybe he was Australian.
Yep.
I can't tell the difference.
He's from Down Under.
The only thing that kind of was a little weird for me in this is the kids were like, what are you talking about, ghosts? And Paul Rudd should have just been like, how we all know that the Statue of Liberty walked through Manhattan that one time because of ghosts? Like, this shouldn't be a mystery to these kids. Everyone would know that story.
Especially the kids that are like Egon's grandkids.
Everyone should know the story of the Statue of Liberty walking through New York with a Nintendo controller. What do they call it? It had the turbo buttons on it.
Yeah, it was like the power controller.
I can't remember the name.
No. I like that this is a really creative way to get Spangler's character involved in the movie.
I do like that we're connecting it with Egon.
Yeah.
And
the girl looks like him. She's got the curly hair and the round glasses.
Yeah. And I would have to go... I should have done this because I meant to. I'd have to go back and check. I feel like that cannon that shoots out from the side is from either the cartoon or the toys.
I think it's probably one of the toys. But there's such great fan service in the trailer.
Yeah, there is.
The mold, spores, and funguses.
It's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this movie. And
it's hard to go wrong with Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he's great. The only thing that kind of annoyed me is clicking on it through... I clicked it when it came out. Clicking on it, everyone was like, I like this one more than the 2016 one. I'm like, I don't care.
Stop reading the comments. Don't subject yourself to that.
It happened. Some people like it. Some people don't. Don't worry about it. It doesn't need to be a comparison.
I like that it feels fresh. And also the Shandor Mining Company. So I love how it ties back into the first movie.
Yeah.
And the Hell Dog Paw and the same growl landing on the car. Well, that wasn't...
Or the other one.
It wasn't Zool. Zool isn't the dog. Goes Gozer.
Zool...
Dana was Zool.
Yeah, and then that was one of the dogs. And it was Vince. It was Zool and Vince Clortho.
Vince Clortho. Not Vince. Vince.
I don't know.
It's Vince.
I've been saying Vince for 30 years.
Vince Clortho, keymaster of Gozer.
I've been saying Vince all this time. I'm going to keep saying it.
Yes. Many schlubs and Zools knew what it was like to...
And the only... I will say...
The McKettrick supplicants? Yeah, the McKettrick supplicants.
I did have a moment of disappointment.
Yeah, if there's no Tobin spirit guide in this, I'll be upset.
Well, I was waiting for the Chewie we're home moment.
Oh, you can't reveal them yet.
And I was like, oh man, they're missing that from the first Star Wars trailer. And then I went back to the Force Awakens teaser, and to be fair, they only showed the Falcon. I'm like, well, they only showed the Ecto-1, so I guess we're still on pace for that.
Yeah. Plus, that's not Slimer at the end, although it looks like a full roaming vapor.
I was just waiting for them. I was waiting so hard just to see one of them.
No, I think you gotta wait for the next trailer.
I'm sure they'll take the Star Wars path. It does look solid, though.
Yeah, you get
I am
Bill
really
Murray's
excited
voiceover. Call it fate.
Is it from the original or is it a new recording? I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
I don't know. It does look really solid. I mean, I was already going to see this movie anyway.
Yeah, but now I'm even more excited to see it.
Yeah, definitely. It looks good. No reason to think it won't be.
I'm all in.
Boy, it was a big week for trailers.
Yes.
James Bond had his trailer for No Time to Die.
That also looks good.
Yeah, it was a solid trailer week for all the trailers that came out. He's retired again in 5 movies. I think that's 5 times.
Let's see. He retires in the first one.
He literally becomes a 00 and retires by the end of it. In Quantum of Solace.
No, he doesn't retire in Quantum of Solace.
I'm thinking back. There was one where he was like drinking with a scorpion on his wrist. Was that Quantum of Solace or was that Spectre?
That was Skyfall.
Or Skyfall. So, okay, so I guess maybe he doesn't retire in Quantum of Solace?
No, he doesn't retire in
No, that's right,
Quantum
because it
Solace.
opens right after Casino Royale.
Yeah, it's the only one that goes back to back.
And then he makes a man drink a can of oil.
Yes, at the end.
Yeah, and then Skyfall, he's retired yet again. And then Inspector, I don't remember because I only saw it once and hated it. But in this one, he's retired yet again for the third or fourth time, I guess.
Skyfall is probably one of my top 3 favorite Bond movies.
Yeah, that was great. You know, there's a ton of them on Amazon Prime right now.
What?
I don't gonna. It's like old Connery stuff. I'm gonna do myself a deep dive.
There you go. I like
Go
some
back.
I like the Pierce Brosnan stuff.
I like some of the Pierce Brosnan stuff.
GoldenEye is good.
Everyone likes GoldenEye.
Well, why not? It's a good movie.
You know what I think of when I ever think of the Brosnan stuff, though?
What?
That awful Madonna song.
Oh.
It was on the radio endlessly when it came out.
Oh, from Die Another Day?
Yeah, that would be the chorus.
Yes.
Yeah, bleh, hate it.
But that's a trippy opening sequence when he's getting tortured by the North Koreans.
God, I hate that song.
Oh. I like that movie, though. That's a fun one with the Ice Palace.
Look out, the internet. There's a black woman who's a 007. Whoa.
Well, we don't know if she's 007. We know she's a 00.
I don't really care. It's fine. It's just a designation. It's literally just a number.
I love that she's like, I'll shoot you in your good leg.
She does seem fun. And he's betrayed by his wife? Longtime girlfriend?
He settled
One of
down
those
for a little
two?
bit.
Lazenby did that. Then she died. So I guess don't get married if you're James Bond.
That's a good point.
Blofeld is back. I did not like the last movie at all. So I'm, as much as I do like, what's his name? What's the actor's name?
Dave Bautista.
Not Batista.
Oh, Christopher Waltz.
Yes, as much as I do enjoy him and pretty much everything, I was so put off by the last movie. I'm like, I don't know if I need more of him. Where he's Bond's secret brother. I'm like, ooh, boy. And he was pulling the strings the whole time. I don't really like a connected Bond. I just want him to go do a mission and get out. I think that's a weird downside of this Daniel Craig Bond is the interconnectivity. I'm like,
That's Christoph Waltz, by the way.
okay, sure, great. But solid looking trailer. I don't know how I feel about Blofeld being back, but overall good.
He was really good in Django Unchained, by the way.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a lot of fun in that movie.
Apparently, he's in a movie called The Legend of Tarzan.
Was that the
Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, that's the one where he had like all of the abs.
Yes, danger lurks on the horizon as Leon Rom, a treacherous envoy for King Leopold, devises a scheme. Oh my.
And then, I'm not going to do a New Order drop, but hey, check out Blue Monday, because Wonder Woman 1984 had a trailer.
Yes. Catchy song.
Blue Monday.
Yes.
Remember when it was redone in the 90s by Orgy? Their only song.
Was it Orgy?
It was Orgy who redid Blue Monday. New Order did it originally.
Yeah, I know New Order did it originally. For some reason, I felt like it was a Marilyn Manson or a...
No, it sounds terrible. It's not a good remake, but boy, it got radio play. This is just me complaining about radio play in the late 90s.
Wow.
That's this episode between Madonna and Orgy.
Yeah, that's Orgy's only hit.
Yeah, no.
A medley of their greatest hit.
It's like how Alien Ant Farm only had the Michael Jackson cover.
Smooth Criminal.
Yeah. No, was it Smooth Criminal?
It was.
Yes, it was. When I was at a spin class the other week, I had to listen. I'm like, I haven't heard this in a long time.
Oh, look at you going to spin classes.
Yeah, do about one every 5 years.
On Thanksgiving.
But man, this trailer looks awesome. This is my favorite of the week, because normally when you see like trailer reaction videos and people are just like, oh, I'm like, yeah, that's stupid.
Wow.
But I did have a verbal reaction to this trailer, just sitting there watching it by myself.
Was it with the Golden Eagle armor?
No, the Kingdom Come armor. No. It was one Wonder Woman was whipping her lasso from lightning bolt to lightning bolt.
That was pretty badass.
I just went, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Which, to actually get a verbal reaction out of me just sitting there by myself, I'm like, that's a good sign.
I did like kind of make a comment to myself during the title credits of that. I was like, oh, this is Wonder Woman Ragnarok. How is Steve alive?
I keep doing the robot. I don't know. They have, like, you can wish on this rock and it will give you anything you want.
Oh, this theory that somebody had is it's actually John Jones.
A lot of people have been saying that all along. Patty Jenkins has said, no, it's really him.
Oh, okay.
I like the flipping it. Now he's the fish out of water.
Yeah, he has
has
to
to
learn.
explain the world to him.
Everything here is art. But that's a trash can.
Like a banana duct taped to a wall just sold for like $20,000 or something. So it's not that far-fetched.
That's fair.
The hell.
See, why don't you tape bananas to walls?
I should, apparently. It's where the money is.
Super glue an orange to something.
And they do get she gives him a watch, but it's a
Digital watch.
modern 1984 watch.
Yes.
Some of it felt strangely Justice League-y. Like when we see her, I feel like we're fighting people in another bank.
Yeah.
Like, did I see this? I mean, it looks cooler now because she's doing different stuff with like her whip, but it kind of looks like that same scene out of Justice League.
She does the slide and the kind of the retro.
I mean, that's right out of Justice League too. That kick, like, it looks better now, but
No, but like the uniform, she's wearing the stiletto heels and the
not stiletto. That's a wedge.
Sorry, wedge. I'm sorry, but like her armor looks a lot like her costume looks like what's her face, who was Wonder Woman back in the day.
Linda Carter.
Oh yeah, it looks like Linda Carter.
Yeah, we got the Kingdom Come armor. So, I mean, boy, we've been getting a lot of Kingdom Come this week. Between getting the Kingdom Come Superman and the Crisis crossover, Kingdom Come Batman, and now Kingdom Come Wonder Woman. Like, it's all about Kingdom Come, baby.
There we go.
Alex Ross paintings. But yeah, I think that was my favorite trailer of the week.
It was a solid trailer.
But then speaking of Kingdom Come, and I know you didn't watch, I just sent you a clip of it. Crisis on Infinite Earths has kicked off. When we're recording this, I guess the third one's aired at this point, but YouTube TV doesn't get them live. So in my world, 2 of them have come out.
All right.
What'd you think of the clip I sent you?
I forgot to watch it.
Oh, no.
Was it good?
Well, I like that it treats it like they're assuming people have not watched these shows. I'm like, and I haven't watched them in years, so I'm like, appreciate this.
Thank you.
They just quickly explain the multiverse, and then it took me a second because I just kind of bought into it. Then it took me a second to go like, oh my God. So they explain the multiverse, and then you just hear, I'm like, holy shit.
Batman.
Yeah, they go to Earth 89.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, of course. And we get the music kicking off.
Oh, is that why Robert Wool was trending?
Is that the actor?
Yeah, he was the newspaper.
Yeah, Alexander Knox.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's just reading a newspaper. It's like Batman captures the Joker. There's someone who did art on that. It was too far away for me to tell who did it.
Wow.
But yeah, he just drops the paper. He's like, hope you're seeing this, big guy. And there's a bat signal in the sky, but it's not the bat signal we know from 89. It looks like it's probably a Batman Beyond kind of thing.
Huh.
But I don't think he was announced ahead of time, so he was just a total surprise. He's the guy that opens it.
Oh, wow.
Which was just so great hearing that Danny Elfman music. It just kicks off.
Well, no.
And then they pop around to a couple of other Earths that I'm sure have been part of these shows that I haven't seen in a while.
I'll have to watch it when I get home.
And then they cut over to Earth 66.
Oh, yeah?
We get Burt Ward, who is a dude who fosters like 60 dogs at a time, has a big old dog food thing, doesn't shut up about it ever, so of course he's walking a big dog. It's a big dog for a big man. He is, I don't know, about 4 Robins now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In his pants?
And the waist.
Oh, good for
And I
that.
swear to God, he dyes his hair. Actually, for as much as I'm giving this crap, I did love him being in there. I forget the exact line, because we just do a bunch of quick cameos of people there's this giant band coming through the multiverse, destroying everything. It's just like, holy band of death! Like, it's kind of amazing.
Do you really say that?
It was very close. It wasn't exactly that, but yes.
Oh, well, shucks.
It was just fun to see.
All kinds of fan service.
For as much, I know. That's where I'm kind of struggling here, because then the second episode happened, and we get John Williams, we get Superman in there, and we get Brandon Routh doing it again. And at first I was like, is this going to be like Kingdom Come Superman, because that's the way the costume looks? But no, he's still doing Chris Reeves Superman. It's that same story.
Wow.
Yeah, we get the theme, we get all these callbacks. Also, everyone's dead now in that world. By the way, I'm spoiling this.
A little bit, yes.
But that was crazy. And then like he has to fight a different Superman. And they solve him of it, and he goes, that's okay. That's not the first time I've gone crazy and fought myself. I'm like, Superman 3! Terrible movie, but we're just referencing things.
You were really hopped up on this.
Well, that's the thing. I can't tell if it's any good, but I'm just enjoying all the callbacks and nostalgia, and I have to step back and go, is this good? I don't know if it's good, but I sure as hell know it's great.
So there you go. You're enjoying it. That's all that matters.
I really am.
Yeah. Doesn't mean if it's good. Just because you enjoy it doesn't matter if it's good or not.
And then we get Tom Welling in there for like a 5-minute scene. And he's just like, I'm retired and I'm not coming back. Ha Also, I haven't acted in a while, apparently, because
That's why he's retired.
both from acting and from being
Probably shouldn't have
Superman.
come back.
No, I'm glad he did, but he does some okay nonverbal stuff, but kind of every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, it's been a while, hasn't it, buddy?
Well, nobody's perfect.
No, but he does punch John Cryer in the face, and that was fun.
See, you're enjoying yourself, so it must be
am.
good.
I am having a lot of fun. I don't know if it's good, though. But screw it, I don't care.
There you go. I like it. That's
I'm
the
gonna
right attitude to have.
I'm going to enjoy this ride.
Yes.
Isn't it crazy? Since 1978, we've been experiencing Christopher Reeve's Superman, and that story is still going.
Well, he's Superman.
Get ready for this week in comics history.
Oh boy, more Superman.
I probably should have transitioned with those two, but screw it, I didn't.
Well,
but
good
it's
job.
great. So yeah, I sent you a clip. It is worth watching just to see Burt Ward be like, "Holy band of death!"
I'll watch the clip then.
Or even just the Danny Elfman music and then the John Williams music. It's so fun. Just so damn fun.
I wonder how much money they spent on that.
They must own. I think they own it.
Yeah, maybe, probably.
I think Danny Elfman got paid for them using it again.
Good for Danny.
I think The Simpsons really set him up for life.
Them-
if Batman didn't, The Simpsons really...
Them royalties.
For how many times a day The Simpsons are played for 30-something years. I think he's doing fine.
Yeah.
The Simpsons really that was a golden ticket. A yellow ticket. Want to know Lando Calrissian's full name?
Lando G. Calrissian.
It's a lot stupider than that.
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of against his full name.
All right, then.
Now that it's been revealed.
Okay.
Baron Landosis Calrissian III.
He's a baron. He's a land baron.
The third.
Does he get prima nocta?
Probably not. He might. Actually, Lando might.
Yeah, attaboy Lando.
Probably not at his age now, but...
Well, nothing lasts forever.
Because that dude would have sex with anything. He was having sex with that robot in Solo.
Was he?
100%.
Wow.
I mean, one, that robot made a clitoris joke, and then Game of Thrones lady was like, does it work? She's like, oh, it works.
Oh, I mean, Polly was having sex with a robot in Rocky.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Happy birthday, Polly.
He started the trend.
Happy birthday, Polly.
Yeah, I know. That's his full name. Don't know how I feel about it.
He's a baron.
And I told the episode we did was pointless because it just keeps going.
What keeps
keeps going and won't end.
Which one?
Release the Snyder Cut. More news.
Oh, jeez. All right, lay it on me.
Zack Snyder says that the cut is real and the cut is finished.
Okay.
Minus effects. Want to know how long it is? Just take a stab in the dark.
3.5 hours.
Okay, yes, that's exactly it.
Oh, all right.
All right, there we go. I was waiting for you to go like, what? But no, yeah, it's 3.5 hours. He put out a photo of it. He's like, it's real and it's done.
With effects?
Then other sources were saying that it's with unfinished effects, it would cost millions of dollars to do, which no one wants. So we'll see. He says it's done. This will find its way out at some point, right? It kind of has to. He'll just leak it.
This means we have to watch it, don't we?
It might take 20 years. That's how long it took Superman 2.
We don't have that kind of time.
Well, we're at podcast episode 20,000.
Yeah, 20 years from now. Welcome back to the Editor's Note Comics podcast for the first time in 20 years. A retrospective.
I franchised out and I have 18 stores.
Do I get a cut of this?
At that point, probably.
All right. Let's go.
But jeez, it won't end. It just won't end.
Until it gets out.
At this point, I just want it released so it will die.
No, it won't die at that point. It'll just be more.
Just accept that we have a mediocre Justice League movie that's watchable. I've accepted this.
Okay. Well, if you've done it, then everybody else should do it.
I agree.
You lead the way.
It's fine.
Take the moral high ground.
I know, my opinions are really getting softer with age. At this point, I'm like, Justice League, it's not great, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I just rewatched Solo. I'm like, I think I'm enjoying it more than I did the first two viewings. It's fine.
Yeah, Solo is fun.
I said fine. I didn't say fun. I said fine.
Whatever.
But there are, actually, when I just rewatched it, because I'm doing my Star Wars rewatch, halfway, baby, there are small beats in there that I like that kind of ratchet it up a little bit. It still has all the same problems of, like, I don't care how Han got literally everything in his life. But there are small comedic moments that I enjoy. So, hey. And last bit of news, and I'm sure this is the answer to how are we going to bring in mutants? Kevin Feige says with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which you need to watch Scarlet Witch and the Vision to understand, and probably Loki, Disney Plus, baby, that the multiverse is the kind of next big step for Marvel in weirdness. And going to be one of their big driving story points is the multiverse.
All right, I'm a fan.
So that's probably how we're going to get mutants, would be my guess. I'm sure that's what that statement means. How do we get these things that are supposed to have been around forever? Different universe.
Okay.
Maybe they collide, Crisis style.
Ooh.
Or that Marvel story where they all collided. It was called Secret Wars. Not Secret War, not Secret War 2, but Secret Wars.
Ah.
Or that other one that happened that I can't remember the name of. It was something Secret Warsy.
Top Secret Wars.
Yes, it's Indiana Jones.
Ultimate Top Secret Hush Wars.
But that is it for the news. So from there, we're going to move on to this week in comics history.
Superhero landing coming up.
This week in comics history.
Here's one that I didn't know that I learned. This is a learning experience for me too. This is a team. The All-Star Squadron was formed in 1941. You want to know why they were formed, though? And it's a very Captain America-esque origin.
Sure, I do want to know.
All-Star Squadron is a DC property, bunch of Golden Age heroes. But they were formed as a result from Pearl Harbor. After Pearl Harbor happened, in the comics, the All-Star Squadron was formed to keep the peace on the home front during World War II. They didn't actually go and fight overseas because, they did run into that problem of if you beat up Hitler in the comics, it doesn't actually solve the problem.
One can hope it does.
But it's interesting just how many things kind of comic book-wise came out of World War II. A lot of Superman stuff, obviously Captain America, and the All-Star Squadron, which I did not know was a result of Pearl Harbor.
Well, now you know.
I do know.
You've been educated.
In 1958, in Batman number 113, the planet of Zur-En-Ah was introduced with a Batman who looks like he's dressed in garbage. He's purple, he's yellow, he's just a weird-looking Batman from that planet. But, of course, if you were reading Batman like 10 years ago, that's when Grant Morrison brought back the Batman of Zur-En-Ah as a backup personality that Bruce Wayne keeps inside of him in case he is broken. There's a backup Batman in there who's just a crazy meth head who dresses in trash. And hallucinates Batmite, mostly because of the meth. Doesn't help. Yeah, Zur-En-Ah this week in 1958. In 1965, oh, what an issue we had.
Yes, tell me more.
I probably should have done the one from 1963 first. Oh, what an issue we had in 1963. Tales of Suspense number 39. Want to guess who that first appearance was?
The Crypt Keeper.
No.
Doctor Strange?
No, that was...
Strange Tales.
Yes, that was... Yeah. Was it Strange Tales? He took over that book, but did he appear there first? Whatever, it's Iron Man. The answer is Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
Tales of Suspense number 39,
the
Iron
suspense
Man.
was killing me.
Who had a big, bulky gray suit. Then it became a gold suit. Then it was a red and gold suit. And then he made billions of dollars.
Good for Iron Man.
Hell of a run he's had. In 1965, what a key issue this is. We've talked about this one before a while ago. Fantastic Four number 48. Not only did it introduce Galactus, it also introduced the Silver Surfer.
Yes, we read that.
Seminal, bitches. Seminal.
Well, I don't think you need to call people bitches. That's a little much.
Going with the old Marvel method, Stan and Jack had been talking about this issue, and then when Stan got the pages back from Jack, the way the Marvel method worked, if you don't know, is the writer would kind of vaguely tell the artist what they were doing, or the writer or the artist would be involved in it. Writer would do the pages, send it off to the writer, and the writer would just fill in word balloons to kind of try and make it all connect together. But Jack Kirby just added the Silver Surfer in by himself, and Stan's like, the hell is this? And Jack's like, what's the Silver Surfer? He's like, okay, gonna make a thing out of this.
Well, you know what? Thank God it worked.
It did work. Then in 1977, Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, first appeared in Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, number 1.
That's pretty reasonable place for him to start.
It's very on point, very on brand. And then, of course, in 1978, cinema itself changed 1 year after Star Wars changed it.
It changed again?
It changed again with the first big budget, not the first one, but the first big budget superhero movie.
Superman, the movie?
Superman, the movie, 1978 this week.
Da, 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 da.
Meh, meh, meh. What a quality movie. There's been a bunch of different cuts of it. Last year, or 2 years ago, I can't remember now. Let's say a year and a half. I'll meet it in the middle. They did release the kind of like full edition. They used to show it on TV kind of in 2 nights. It's like a 3.5 hour version. They finally released it on Blu-ray. It's awesome. I mean, there was the theatrical cut, then the DVD cut, which adds some stuff back in, and now there's like the super duper long one.
The Donner cut?
That's usually Superman 2. They call that the Donner cut.
Oh, okay.
For that one. But yeah, it's just the super long version of the movie. And you know what? Just soak it up because it's awesome. This movie still holds up. I love Christopher Reeves as Superman, or Christopher Reeve.
He gets super flirty with Lois on her little deck right away.
Look at those pink panties.
Yeah. I can't see them. You must be standing behind lead.
I spent the night with Superman.
They're pink, Lois.
He is so
Here's a
good.
question. Here's my question, though. Is there layers to his X-ray vision? Because if he could see through like one layer of fabric, couldn't he see through multiple layers of fabric?
Yes, he can. Yes.
Okay.
He's a gentleman.
Is he?
Yes, he wouldn't do that.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
How do you know that?
Because he is all about truth, justice, in the American way, except he gave up his American citizenship like 10 years ago, so now he's just mostly about truth and justice.
If you had X-ray vision, would you be a gentleman?
I would tell people I was.
It's an honest answer.
I feel like that would scare you off pretty early, though. Like, you'd be like, I can see everything, and then you see something and you're like, nope, don't need to.
Well, if you could control it.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're going to get until you see it. So I feel like I'd get scared off pretty fast.
Well, that's what you get for being a curious cat.
But seriously, what a solid movie. I love that movie. Christopher Reeve's so good. So good. Love Margot Kidder in there.
She was great.
Yeah, damn, what a great movie. I love that movie. But that is it for this week in comics history. Running low on these again, I gotta write more. Going from the Marvel character Patriot, all 3 versions of him, to the Patriots, it's time for Jared's Sports Reports.
He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. Bare-chested. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. Oh, and they tackle him at the 40-yard line.
It's time for another Jared Sports Report.
Oh, that's where we'll start.
Cheating? Filming others? Cheating yet again?
So what's happened here is the Patriots have
Cheater.
Is this Zach's sports reports or Jared's sports reports?
I just yell things because I didn't really look into this.
Okay. So the Patriots put out a series of
losses.
We'll get to that first. Okay. So the Patriots lost 2 in a row, and they're probably going to be no better than the 2 seed in the AFC, and would have to go to Baltimore if they can even make it that far. But anyway, the big story, the big headline is the Patriots are in the news for videotaping again. They have a web series called Do Your Job, and they follow around different aspects of the Patriots organization, the different people involved.
Tom Brady deflated a camera, and then he filmed someone.
That's not how that works.
Okay.
So this one is on advanced scouting. So they followed one of the advanced scout teams to the Bengals-Browns game. They got permission from the Browns, but they didn't necessarily get permission from the Bengals. And there was some filming of the sideline that happened from the press box by an independent production company who is making these web episodes.
And then they went to a day spa.
No, that's a later episode of Do Your Job. That's called Finish the Job.
Boo.
I thought that was clever. So that's that. We'll see what the league does. There'll probably be a fine of some sort.
And they still have to play the Bengals, don't they?
This week?
Yeah, so doesn't that suck for them? Though, now they have to totally redo all of their plays.
No, they're going to redo all their plays. The the teams get access to film to watch the plays.
Yeah, but
it was more looking to see if there were hand signals is what people are concerned about.
And yeah, they lost. And then there's always I'm so sick of it this year because there's 2 versions of the same story.
What's that?
Number 1, the Patriots are looking real human this year. Looks like they're going to lose. And then the other side comes out where they go, well, this is where Bill Belichick thrives. He loves to come up from the muck and show everyone.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of both sides of this coin.
This is true.
Shut up, everyone. Or don't. I don't actually care.
Yeah, well.
But it just feels like that's been the narrative for the entire season.
Well, guess what? It was the narrative the last 3 years, and where did they end up in the last 3 years?
Wearing rings.
Well, 2 of the 3.
Okay.
But still.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was that one.
Most teams wish their washed up was this good.
You handled that loss so well.
Which one?
Oh, when they lost the Super Bowl, you just got to turn off the TV. You're like, all right.
Yeah, they didn't play well enough to win. but then went back next year and won. And I handled that win very well. I may have been drunk, too, at that point. I was tired, and I just wanted to go to bed.
I don't even remember where we were for that one.
My house.
For the win, were we there?
The win? No, that was at Norm's.
The loss, we were at your house.
Yes, I bought a new TV for that.
You built a TV stand out of 2x4s. Just buy a TV stand.
Well, no, actually, I took apart a hutch and then made it into a TV stand.
Okay.
Let's be accurate here.
All right, what else is happening?
Oh, the Boston Bruins have lost 3 in a row.
That's a bummer.
But they still lead the Atlantic Division.
They're doing fine.
Yeah, by 10 points and a goal differential of plus 29. So they've got that going for them. And the Celtics continue to do well.
Yeah, I haven't lost at home yet.
Neither have the Bruins, I don't think. Maybe, I can't remember. But at least the Bruins haven't.
Yeah, what happened this week? Miami, that was fun going up. Miami was in second place, and Celtics beat them down. I mean, to be fair, when we were talking, they're only half a game behind, but, still, nice to beat them down. Got a revenge game against Denver.
Nice.
At home, and Cleveland, it was just sad to watch. Just such a beatdown. The rookie Grant Williams got his first 3. He is now 1 for 26, and everyone freaked out, so that was fun.
We like that.
But it's also it's going to be a hard week. We're going to playing in Indiana tomorrow. Indiana's a good team. That'll be a tough one. But then it's an immediate back-to-back. They got to go home and face Philly, who they lost against in the opener. But it's back at home. We'll see. But Gordon Hayward's back. Marcus Smart's out with an eye infection, but he'll probably be back for Indiana. Yeah, it was an easy week.
How about those Phoenix Suns?
I don't know what they've been doing. Oh, you know what the craziest story was this week?
No, I don't know.
Did you hear about James Harden?
No.
So James Harden got a dunk.
Oh, yeah, and it
but
went through the rim, and it snapped back around the top.
And it fully went through. It was 100% supposed to be 2 points.
Yeah, and they waved it off.
And they didn't think it went through. And even Harden ran after the ball. He didn't even know it went through.
Yeah.
And then they lost in overtime.
That was something you would think they would at least go review.
That's what they were saying. They did. There's a 30-second rule where they didn't do the coaches challenge fast enough within the 30 seconds. And then the Rockets were demanding that the NBA either give them the win or the last 8.5 minutes had to be replayed. And the NBA just said, nope.
No.
You had enough time to correct it. It was a mistake, but you had enough time to correct it. So, no. And then I think the Rockets played, was it the Grizzlies? I'm not going to look it up. I think it was the Grizzlies. And they beat the Rockets, and their Twitter account just said, protest this.
Wow. That's bold. I love sassy Twitter accounts.
Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, that's crazy that they just didn't count a dunk.
It happens.
Not really.
Well, it did.
It did happen, but it's not common. But that's insane that there was just this phantom dunk that no one counted. Oh well, the Rockets will be fine. I mean, they're not going to win this year, but they'll be fine. Everyone can be bored and watch James Harden shoot 43 throws. What are you making faces at?
Bill's Mafia.
Stop looking up. Oh my God, he's dead. His neck snapped. God, stop looking at Bill's Mafia. I know you're going to a Bills game.
I was looking at sports stuff and that popped up. Bill's Mafia.
Is there anything else that happened?
Nope. I can't wait to do my report from when I interact with the Bills Mafia in a couple weeks.
And someone hits you with a table, sets you on fire.
My plan is to be belligerent and harass them.
Maybe don't.
That's right. The Bills Mafia people might be dangerous.
I would say don't be belligerent towards strangers.
Especially ones that throw people through tables.
On fire.
That's fair. That's it.
They set so many things on fire.
Namely themselves.
Yes.
And that's it for Jared's Sports Reports.
God, what a terrible fan base.
Oh, and Russia's been banned for 4 years of international competition for doping.
In what?
Everything. I think. I got to double read it. But
which sport was that?
All
sports?
Of them. The sports ball with touch points.
All right. So going from sports to just Christmas schmaltz. So schmaltzy.
You say there's some malts? Some Schlitz?
We're going to go and talk Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo, the Micro Series #1 of 1.
It's Jared's Reading Corner.
Take us back to 1985 when we got to learn the spirit of Christmas through police gunfire.
So the only we in this is me. I was alive in 85. You, not so much.
I was not.
But I was really not cognizant about 85. I don't remember it.
Well, you can still talk about this story.
Oh, yeah, so I can. Well, Michelangelo's out enjoying a crisp winter evening with snow falling and
Boy, is there a lot of snow falling.
yeah, lots of snow.
So here's an interesting thing, actually. This, as all the early Turtle stuff, was released in black and white. The one I gave you to read was a recolored one that IDW put out a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And I hate those. I'm so against coloring black and white comics.
Well,
I'm against coloring black and white movies, and I'm against coloring black and white comics. Yeah, you read the Color Classics version. To that, I say...
So anyway, Michelangelo's out and about, enjoying the holiday cheer and all of the snow, and he wants to just feel the holidayness because he feels lonely at Christmas time.
And he can do it because he can just bundle himself up and like not show any skin, even though everyone's like, why is he green?
He wanted...
I love that he's bad at this.
Yes. He saw, the one kid's like, he looks sick. So he sees some ice skaters, thinks, I want to try that. And maybe April can teach me. Wang. Don't worry about it. Just let it happen.
Wang.
Wang. Swing. Swing, swing, swing. Then he
I just don't let Wang happen.
Oh, well, everybody Wang Chung tonight. Then he does some sledding, goes over a ski jump, a little sled jump, and then ends up at
Chet's
toy store.
Chet is a weird thing that popped up in all of these early books for whatever reason, and Laird's excuses, I don't know, just thought the name was kind of funny. So there's a lot of Chet. Nothing deeper than that, but he also finds a stray cat.
Yes, a stray cat, which he names Clunk.
Yeah, it's a little kitty. And then eventually Jim Lawson will kill it.
Damn you, Jim.
We interviewed him.
Yes, damn you, Jim.
And he killed that cat.
Well, that sucks. So he sneaks the cat into Chet's toy store. He plays with a bunch of toys and then ends up coming across people who are stealing toys for an orphanage.
You sons of bitches. Where's your Christmas spirit?
Oh, it's in the back of that truck. They're going to make a tidy Christmas profit.
I can barely see what's happening. A good word for the art in this is busy.
Yes.
The way that these old ones used to work, they were done on duo shade paper, which isn't really done anymore. Mostly because, well, that company is out of business. They don't make any more of it.
So that's probably a good reason.
But the way it would work is you do your penciling, and then to do shading, if you put one, you'd literally treat it like, you dip your little brush in, and you would paint one side, and lines going diagonal would show up if you put this chemical on one way. If you added a second chemical, lines would show up going the other way diagonally. It would create this either just some shading or this kind of like crosshatch thing, which already can create kind of a busy page. But on top of that, they went a little nuts with the whiteout, which is, I'm sure, how they made the snow.
Oh, yeah. Lots and lots of snow.
Yeah, I mean, they used as much whiteout on this as they did chemicals to make the duo shade happen.
Point notwithstanding, Michelangelo decides he needs to stop these people from stealing these toys from the orphanage.
Stop stealing from orphanages.
That's a good point. So a large truck chase ensues in which it's kind of like Beverly Hills Cop-ish.
Yes.
Hanging off the back. And
because if you pick up the hardcover Ninja Turtles Ultimate collections, you get commentaries from Kev and Pete. Kev writes a lot more than Pete does, which is very on brand.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, they do mention that it is Beverly Hills Cops inspired. And also, if the story sounds familiar to you and you've never read it, you might have seen it. In the 2003 animated series, they did a pretty close approximation of this episode in animated form. As basically the first 4 years of that were mostly just, not entirely, but there was a lot of adaptation from Mirage stories, and this is one of them. Don't try and find it on DVD, but I think you can find the first 3 seasons on iTunes.
Was this like the
2003.
2003. Oh, so it's not the old school.
No, they didn't do any adaptation.
Just all original.
Yeah.
So, long story short, Michelangelo gets the truck back, but he's like, I can't drive this truck because the police are after me.
And if the police catch me, they'll impound the toys.
So he takes the truck to an alleyway, goes home to April where Michelangelo or Donatello or Raphael is doing curls.
Oh, it's definitely Raphael.
Yeah.
He's definitely the one doing curls for girls.
Curls for girls, tricep extensions. He's doing it all. And the weight gets progressively larger as he's doing it. And Michelangelo comes up with this great idea to put all the toys in the back of April's van, and they drive over to the orphanage and give them to the kids.
Yeah.
And she has pointy ears and a tight shirt.
Well, they all have pointy ears. They all dress up as Santa's helpers. Michelangelo dresses up as Santa Claus. And you get that good Christmas feeling of, being kind to others and doing something good for kids, all in the snow.
Question, though. The toys were reported stolen. They end up at the orphanage. Does Chet's Toys still get a tax break on those? Do they get insurance money to buy more?
Insurance will cover them. They're definitely not getting the tax break. They don't have a receipt.
That sucks.
Yeah. Any accountant worth their salt wouldn't give them that.
Or all these orphans now are in possession of stolen property.
I'm going to say a little bit yes, because
Yeah.
the small business didn't get anything out of this.
They're getting incarcerated for Christmas.
They spent the money to get the toys, but then, yeah, it's just a loss on the business end. But that's not the spirit of Christmas.
Okay, that's fair. So, no, it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, there's a couple Turtles Christmas ones out there. We've done one before, I think.
Yes.
This is probably the most sappy one, and to be fair, I like it. I mean, I like the way the old art is, not the colored version. But it does just have that sappy Christmas feeling. It's a couple of years before Home Alone, but it feels very Home Alone-y.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like,
yeah.
I can almost like hear that like music. Was that John Williams too?
Yes.
I can just kind of hear that theme playing in my head throughout most of this.
Most like Christmassy things or epic things, I think John Williams. So
yeah, it's solid. It's sappy. It's kind of nonsensical with like a shootout with the police and destroying their cruisers.
Yes,
and someone getting pistol whipped.
It happens
on Christmas. So there are some kind of things that don't quite line up with Christmas cheer, but
it works.
Overall, it's sappy. You're introduced to a cute kid who hangs out for a long time until Jim kills it.
Wow.
It's a very good issue.
Way to bring down the holiday cheer.
I actually like the death issue. It's very good.
I give it 5 Christmas trees out of 5.
I'm going to give this a ho 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 or a ho ho no. It gets a ho ho ho.
I still think you should say ho oh no.
I'm going to say what I say.
All right, well, you can do that.
Yeah, it's solid. It's Christmassy. It's way more Christmassy than the one where we did last week. And that was basically Jesus' birth. And I was like, that Christmassy.
Yeah, with Ghost Rider.
Yeah. All right, that's that for that.
Wow.
It's a lot of that's. So from that, let's move on to the next thing.
What is that?
Letters to the editors.
Now for my favorite part of the show. What's that say? Talk to the audience. Oh, God, this is always dead.
Here's another one of your letters to the editors.
If you want your own questions answered, and I implore you, because kind of low again.
That's what happens during this portion of the show.
If you want to send us your own questions, you can do that at editorsnotecomics@gmail.com. Please send questions. Please send questions. We're almost out.
We've been perpetually almost out for years.
We're doing okay for a little bit, but I've kind of that well is almost dry.
Oh boy. All right, I'm listening.
This is more of a me one than a you one, which is probably why I've put this one off for a little bit.
All right.
Well, I like having it. Let's also throw that out there. If you're going to ask questions, not that I mind ones that are just kind of like me focused, but ones that we can kind of both discuss are probably ideal.
Well, that.
So this week's question: what are some fun things you've learned or fun things that have happened with owning a comic book store?
Oh, I can tell you all about that.
What have you learned?
I've learned that it makes one of your good friends miserable.
What a terrible business model.
I'm going to tell you right now, by owning a comic book store, I've sacrificed every Tuesday of my life for the last 3 years.
But think of all the fame and glory it's brought you.
I'm not seeing any of it.
Screw you. It's brought you a little clout.
Oh, I already had clout from other things. I think I brought the brand value to this. People knew me before the show.
Oh, yeah. World famous.
Damn right. I was the face of a multi-million-dollar ski resort for 2 years.
You were a drunken voice.
That's why
pierced the ears.
That's why I was perfect at my job. I made people want to have fun. Like, look at how much fun this man's having.
I don't know. I mean, cool stuff is kind of... I mean, I've gotten, weirdly, a few pieces of free art out of this, which has been nice. Partially that's due to the podcasting stuff. I guess the podcast is something fun that's come out of it. My original business plan, I was going to do a weekly newsletter, which kind of morphed into this instead. Newsletter would take a lot less time.
Probably, yes.
But seeing kind of the backside of Comic-Cons is kind of interesting, and what people do and how people prep and kind of what people get who are bigger than me, and also seeing how many people are just absolutely loaded at those things who are working.
Like loaded with money or?
No, with alcohol and drugs.
Oh, so you're going to criticize me for being a drunkard at Sunday River, but now you're at Comic-Con and, these people are loaded. Good for them.
Talking to creators has been interesting because usually creators are interested in kind of seeing what the other side looks like. So that's definitely been something cool. Just kind of like getting to meet people and kind of have like these weird, candid conversations with people about business.
Yeah.
I like a lot of my customers. That's been fun.
Well, there you go.
Actually, you know what? This It's this time of year. This is the thing that drives me insane.
What does?
Only because it's this time of year and the sidewalks are salted, get rid of the ice. But if you've been in my store, or if you haven't, the first half of the store is carpeted. The second half of it, there's a laminate. It's the least exciting floor ever.
Okay.
Laminate.
Well,
But what people will often do is they'll come in with their shoes that are covered in salt. They'll see that they're about to get to the laminate, which is very easy to clean and takes about 5 seconds. And they'll stop at the edge of the carpet, and they will treat the carpet like it's a floor mat. And they will just dig their feet in there as hard as they can. Like, what are you doing?
So that really didn't have much to do with the actual execution of your business.
Why are you driving salt into my carpet? You also walked past 2 different spots where you could have wiped your feet off, but you chose to just drive it into the carpet. I see it a few times a week this time of year.
Next time I come to the store, I'm going to make sure I do that.
I'm
going to really grind. I ain't never grind my shoes into Zach's carpet. Of course I grind my shoes into Zach's carpet.
It drives me up a wall. I'm like, what are you doing?
I think it's kind of humorous, actually.
It's insane.
Insanely humorous.
Oh, my God. It's easy to clean the laminate. Getting a deep clean on the carpet isn't as easy. Sorry, that wasn't a fun thing, but...
Well,
it's been sitting with me.
Not everything in owning a business is, like, rosy fun.
No, but I'm avoiding that conversation. I don't know, getting to kind of build my version of what I think... within, my own means and funds, building my version of what I think is a good store. Like, I never wanted to have that, like, dirty, like, underground basement feel. That's why there's a lot of natural light. All the walls are painted kind of like light, fun colors. Because I don't want people to come in here and be like, oh, it's all black and dingy.
The carpet's turning white from the salt.
The carpet says, stop doing that. But, that was kind of a fun thing. You're presented with the open space. And to be fair, I've kind of passed my peak of like, this is my, and not to say that I won't find a different peak, but
Are you saying you've peaked?
No, but like I used to have a lot more art in there and a lot of it's been sold. And when the giant turtle was in there, like there still is a lot of stuff to look at, but that stuff was kind of, I think, the peak visual side, at least. There's still a lot of cool stuff in there, no question. But I think that when that all was in there, I think that was pretty cool to look at.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. I think those are kind of the fun aspects. Like, I think, most of that kind of comes down to meeting the different people, whether, it's customers who just like to talk about things that they're passionate about, which is always cool. I don't care what you like in this world, but if you're passionate about something, it's always kind of fun to hear people talk passionately about a thing.
Yes.
And meeting the people who work on this and kind of getting different perspectives. Yeah, it's been kind of cool. I don't know. I guess those are the things. And doing the other podcast with my wife, which is something that we get to do, but I also finally get an outlet just to rant about a thing that I liked a lot.
Well, that's good. It's healthy.
If I can talk about after the fall, I'll find a damn way to talk about it.
Well, and you did.
Oh, I did. I'll find a way again.
Oh, boy. Look at you go.
I guess that's probably it. I don't know. Can you think of anything else?
No, not really.
You're like, all the fun I've had running a business.
Yeah, I haven't really ever run a business. I've been the marketing manager, sort of, for a business. Like the marketing spokesperson-ish. Speaking of spending money...
Patreon. I have one of those.
Yeah, go to patreon.com/editorsnotecomics.
There's some good stuff up this week.
Help support the podcast. $1 a month gets you this show a whole day early. Plus, you get spoiler and spoiler-free reviews, podcast exclusive to the Patreon subscribers of Buffy, Firefly, and Angel.
This week's got real. Oh, plus also, if there's a long one, which there is, it's up a week early, and there's one up right now a week early.
Ooh, see? $1. The suspense is killing you. And
it's a good episode. That thing's like an hour and change.
Oh, wow.
It's a long out. So is this one, but still.
Yeah. Don't shortchange the people. These shows are always an hour.
Yeah. After editing, they can be less.
Still striving for 5 good minutes.
An hour is, I think, a good podcast length. I don't like going much over.
Yes. Still striving for 5 good minutes. On top of that, you can visit the store, 210 Water Street in Hollowell. You can also visit them online. Svisit. That's a new word I just came up with.
Svisit.
You can visit him online.
Smulchy Schvisit.
Exactly. EditorsNoteComics.com. He's also on the Twitter, the Facebook, and the Instagram.
I'll tweet some this week. I didn't get around to it yet because I haven't read anything yet.
Okay.
I've been busy, man. It was a busy couple of days.
You're telling me.
And you're on Twitter.
At Junior Rich.
And if you want to listen to back podcasts of his sports show.
Oh my God. Brandon and I have been talking about that. It's like died on the vine. It's just so hard to find time to do it.
It's harder to find time to edit it.
That's also a thing, because I'm the editor of that show.
If only you knew a guy that you could pay.
If only I knew a guy I could pay. If only I could afford the guy.
That's true. Because, boy, it takes forever. But we'll be back next week with... I've been saving this one, because then I think we're going to have the most Christmassy book next week. It's a good one. It is a real... I guess I got to say what it is. We're doing Batman Noel.
Oh, right. I don't know what to say other than that.
It's really solid. And a few years ago when I was writing over at What Culture, I did like a top 10 Christmas comics list. I don't remember what I put on it. But I do remember I didn't put Batman Noel on it, and that was every single comment.
I remember there were people that were mad at you.
And like, to be fair, I didn't read most of these. I just kind of, went around the internet and made this list up. That's how that went.
And are you writing for What Culture anymore?
I don't know. I don't know if my login still works or not.
Oh, there you go. Maybe you could.
Yeah, peek behind the curtain of how those listicles go. Well, yeah, Batman Noel is next week. Then Star Wars is the week after that. And then we're taking a week off.
Yes, we are.
But yeah, Batman Noel. You want to talk Christmas? Batman Noel.
Stay festive, Space Cats.
I hated that. But okay, we'll be back next week.